crafty friends, it's Alicia here with a project for Tailored Expressions. In today's video, I'm going to be using cardstock and inks from the new Shades of Spring color release to create a set of mini slim cards with some weaving detail. As soon as I saw the new colors, which are Brussels sprout, oat milk, blue cheese, and green tea, I thought that they would make a great set of rustic cards. To add to the rustic feeling, I also pulled in Toffee cardstock and ink, the knock-on wood background stamp, and some burlap twine. For die cutting, I got out the Arch Stacklets and Stitched Mini Slim Stacklets die set, and for the weaving feature, I will be using the Basketweave Cutting plate. Now you might be wondering, how am I going to make a mini slim? But just stay tuned and I'll show you. For the sentiments on today's cards, I'll be using Dude Sentiments with the coordinating dies, and to help with the stamping, I got out the exclusive TE Teal Misty and the Just Press tool. And finally, I'll be using a variety of adhesives to hold everything together. Let's get crafty! I'm going to get started by cutting each of my cardstocks into 3 pieces as shown on screen. The top left piece is 7 inches wide by 6 inches tall, and this will end up being my card base. Over on the right, I'll die cut that for my frame layer, and then on the bottom I have a scrap that I'll hold on to, and part of it will be used to add to my cardstock ring since they're new colors. To help get a nice crisp fold, I got out my Score Bunny Mini, and I'm going to take that 7-inch by 6-inch piece of cardstock and score in half at 3.5 inches. I like to do a few scores, and then I fold it and reinforce the fold with the bone folder. Now I'm going to use the second piece that I cut from my cardstocks to create the frame layer. For this, I'm using the largest Stitch Mini Slim Stacklet and the 6th from largest Arch Stacklet. Here's a look at one of those cut out. I tried to center the arch left to right, and then I put it about 1/2 inch down from the top. I made these same cuts with the rest of the cardstocks and created my card bases. For a little added texture and to help the frame stand out from the card bases later, I'm going to be stamping a tone-on-tone look with the knock-on wood background and each of my inks. I'm going to stamp these lightest to darkest, so I'll get started with the oat milk ink and cardstock. I temporarily tacked this in place with some tape runner, and then I laid my background stamp face down on top of that. Then once I picked it up with the door of my Misty, all I have to do is ink it up and stamp it. I did use the Just Press tool to get a nice crisp image, and here you'll see that finished. I just love that added look of the wood grain. Before moving on to the next ink and cardstock color, I made sure to clean the stamp well and dry it off. Then I brought in the Toffee ink and my Toffee frame, and I used this same process to get that wood grain texture on there. Off camera, I finished all of the card fronts, and here's a look at those. Now it's time to get started on the weaving feature. For this, I'm going to cut 2 of the Basketweave dies from a 1/2 sheet of each of my cardstocks. Here's a look at the Brussels sprout cut out. I kept the weaving plate and the inside strips. For the second one, you could save it for a later project, or you could maybe double it up with the first one. Now for me, I'm going to be using those inside strips as my weaving pieces, so that's why I cut 2. Now you could definitely use easy strips dies or cut down some scraps with your trimmer. I just thought I would make use of the negative space of the cutting plate. Before I can start weaving, I do need to make some adjustments to these pieces. You'll see here if I hold it up to the mini slim frame that it's a little too wide. So what I'm going to do is take a pair of scissors and I'm going to cut off the right 2 vertical strips. Now, if you need to later, you could use that wider one that's left over as a weaving piece. I laid out the weaving strips on my workspace in the order that I want them to go on the final pieces. Now I'm going to get started with the Brussels sprout frame, and I am not going to use any Brussels sprout weaving strips. Instead, I'm going to start with the oat milk, and from right to left, I go over, under, over, under, over. Now for the second strip, the blue cheese, I'm going to start out under and do the opposite. That way they weave nice and tight together and make a super fun pattern. I continued weaving all of these until I thought I had enough to fit behind the opening, and I did check it every once in a while, and I discovered that it takes 11 strips to fill that arched opening exactly. The next weaving frame I brought in was the oat milk, which means I'm going to start weaving with the blue cheese. I'll go in that same order as previous, but this time, instead of skipping the Brussels sprout, I will skip the oat milk. I continued weaving all of these frames until all 5 were done. This would be something you could do while you're watching TV, maybe sitting in a carpool line. Weaving is very relaxing. I was left with 1 weaving strip of each color, and later you'll see how I use these to decorate the inside of the cards. Once all the weaving was done and before I can glue the strips in place, I did take a minute and make sure to push up all of the strips just so they were nice and tight and next to each other. Then I took my bottle of liquid glue with the fine tip, and starting with the bottom one, just so nothing above it slips, I adhered the blue cheese strip in place. Then I lifted up each of the strips that were showing on the front, put a dot of glue under them, and then I held that down for about 5 seconds just so the glue got tacky. Then once the front strips were done, I flipped it over to the back and did the same thing. Now while I moved on to the additional weaving pieces to glue it, I did set this first one underneath a couple of clear blocks to help it dry. After everything was weaved and adhered, it was now time to cut off the overhang. For this, I just brought in a pair of long blade scissors, and I did my best to cut right along the frame. Keep in mind, this cut doesn't have to be perfect because those edges are hidden by that wood grain frame. I finished trimming down the rest of the pieces, and then to adhere the 2 layers together, I brought in Barely Art liquid glue. I added some to the front of the weaving piece where I knew it would be hidden by the frame, and then I added a little extra to the back of the frame. Now the reason I'm using the liquid glue is it gives me some wiggle time before it dries, which especially on this first piece I needed. I kept adjusting it until I thought everything looked nice and centered, and then I placed a couple blocks back on top of this off to the side so it could dry well. Then I used that same glue and the same process to put the rest of the card fronts together. While I was off camera waiting for these to dry, I went ahead and stamped and die cut my sentiments. I chose 5 from the stamp set, and I stamped everything on the oat milk cardstock, but I did use all 5 ink colors. Once I had them die cut, I did add some foam tape on the back for added dimension. I want to add a little more texture to the weaving piece before it gets added to the card front. So for this, I'm going to be using that burlap twine, and I went ahead and cut myself a piece off the roll, and I added some tape runner to the back of this. I'm going to start my twine on the back, kind of centered in that section of cardstock at the bottom, and then I wrapped it around the piece 3 times, doing it a couple angled and 1 straight across. Once the twine was in place, I brought in the coordinating color card base and added my weaving piece to the front. For this, I'm using liquid glue once again so I have a little wiggle time to get it centered. And you could definitely use foam tape here if you wanted, but because the weaving piece is thicker behind that frame, it does give it a little pop up off the card base. I let that dry under a couple clear blocks, and once it was dry, I brought in the coordinating sentiment. This one, it was Happy Birthday, stamped in the new green tea ink, and I got that centered on the bottom, and I tried to cover up the place where all of the twine came together. I continued assembly until all 5 cards were done, and on the insides I cut a piece of oat milk cardstock and added that extra strip from the weaving pieces before as a little added decoration. Here are some close-up looks at the finished cards. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch today's video. If you enjoyed the process, a thumbs up is appreciated. And if you're not already a subscriber, we do hope you'll click on the button below so you're the first to know about our latest videos. To find out more about the products I used today, you can check out the links in the description box below or visit the Tailored Expressions online store at tailoredexpressions.com.